Because if you want to talk about hitting hard, I mean, ILIA TOPURIA, fuck me.
That's when you think like Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira dominates Max Holloway, and then you realize like how quickly ILIA TOPURIA starched Charles Oliveira, and you go, how good is that guy?
Right.
He's a once in a generation talent. Like he knocked out in 3 fights 3 all-time greats.
Insane.
Volkanovski, and then he knocks out Max Holloway, and then he knocks out Charles Oliveira. In 2 different weight classes, he knocks out 3 all-time greats 3 fights in a row. Yeah. And he just definitive starching of these guys. Like he's a one.
And think how good how dominant Volk is.
Yeah. Like how good he looked against Diego Lopez.
Right.
Yeah. How good Max Holloway looks all the time, especially in the striking exchanges. Max is a very hard guy to hit, and ILIA just dominated him. He's fucking spooky good and insanely confident, insanely charismatic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just people that are better than everybody else, and it seems like ILIA TOPURIA is one of those guys. He's just weirdly better than everybody else, and he can take it too. Like one of the fights that he had, so when he was competing at featherweight, he took a fight at lightweight against Jai Herbert. And Jai Herbert in the first round caught him with a perfect head kick, rocked him, dropped him, and ILIA TOPURIA wound up grabbing his legs, taking him down. They fought on the ground, and then the second round, ILIA just put him into the shadow realm. He hit him with a combination against the cage, where he hit him with I think it was a left hook to the body and a right overhand that just spun his head around. It was wild. I mean, face first.
Have you spoken to Justin Gaethje about the fact that he's main eventing the White House, and what part? I know no one's really giving him a shot, but you can't just completely count Justin Gaethje out, right? Like he's still got some kind of shot. I mean, he's got nothing to lose. He could look at it as an opportunity where he's got nothing to lose, right? Like you can't lose any worse than Max and Charles did. So like he can go out there and potentially catch ILIA.
So I would say because Justin's so good at like a dirty style of striking, it's like a dirty boxing, but kickboxing, whatever you want to call it, it throws good strikers off. Like look at his fight with Rafael Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev is a very clean technical striker. You look at his fight with Rufi, it's a beautiful fight. It's a beautiful striking fight. You look at his fight with Bahamundos, beautiful striking fight. You look at his fights with Justin Gaethje and you're like, that's just an ugly slugfest, but that's because Justin Gaethje is able to make you fall into his fight. It may look ugly to you, but that's how Justin wants to fight. And if he was able to do that with Rafael Fiziev, I think he could possibly do it with ILIA as well. So I think the fight might be closer than people expect.
Ну и последнее, вот ты уже не раз давал понять, что Gaethje против ILIA TOPURIA это мисс-матч. Вот все-таки какой бы, не знаю, совет бы дал, может быть, Gaethje в той части, чтобы он там лучше выглядел, я не знаю, более конкурентным был бой?
Я бы ему сказал бы травмироваться во время подготовки, дать мне шаг вступить в этот бой и забрать титул.
We're gonna go at that. I got ILIA TOPURIA knocking him out.
Yeah, same here.
I just feel after you've been dropped so much and you're gonna fight somebody who's a deadly striker, great wrestler, who has a chin, who's willing to put himself in the fire to land that shot, and not just a shot to the face. Let's not forget about
the UFC just announced the most insane fight card in combat sports history. And I'm not talking about some random venue or arena. They're literally holding fights at the White House, the actual White House. This sounds like something a screenwriter made up after watching too many action movies, but it's completely real and it's happening. ILIA TOPURIA versus Justin Gaethje is headlining this historic card, and the entire MMA world has lost its collective mind trying to figure out who wins when perfect technique meets pure violence. We're talking about a ruthless finisher who makes knockout artistry look effortless, going up against a human wrecking ball who's built his entire career on devastating power. But here's what nobody's talking about: the criticism this card is getting is absolutely wild.
White House. And somebody said the card sucks. They brought you what they had. What else could you ever ask of somebody? They brought you what they had. Sean O'Malley and Pierre have been battling for a while now for who's the biggest star in the sport. They're both on the card. Pierre is in a brand new weight class with a title opportunity. This is massive. He's not even the main event. Then we're told, while we have bona fide numbers between Pierre and O'Malley being the big stars in the absence of McGregor, we're told that ILIA Topuria is on the heels of everybody. So now he's going to come in against your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. We're completely dismissing Gaethje, which I feel that you're forgetting is a two-time interim champion of the world. Tell me somebody else would make that claim. Who's a BMF champion of the world. Justin Gaethje has captured 3 belts and is going for his 4th.
Fight fans have been going nuclear on social media about this White House lineup, and honestly, it's driving me crazy. People are saying the card isn't strong enough, which is absolutely insane when you break down what's actually happening here. Chael Sonnen, who knows more about fight promotion than most people know about their own jobs, came out swinging at these critics. He's pointing out that the UFC literally gave us the biggest fights they could possibly assemble for this event. We've got legitimate superstars like Sean O'Malley and Alex Pereira on this card, guys who could headline Madison Square Garden tomorrow and sell it out. Then you have ILIA Topuria, who's becoming one of the most dangerous finishers in the sport, making what could be the most important appearance of his entire career. But here's the kicker: Sonnen thinks fans are making one massive mistake. They're completely overlooking Justin Gaethje. This is a 2-time interim champion we're talking about. A BMF title holder who's now hunting his next belt. The disrespect is unreal when you look at what this guy has accomplished.
I'm not gonna give up on my boy that quick. Okay, Ilia's, but I'll just lay it out there. Ilia's striking is leagues above everybody, like just about everybody in the UFC, you know, and the wrestling and jiu-jitsu is there as well. His timing, his instincts, his instinct to fire off in like his counterattacks. You know, he'll make you pay for every step.
And that's where things get really interesting from a technical breakdown perspective. Robert Whittaker recently dropped some analysis that should make every fight fan pay attention. This is a guy who's faced some of the most dangerous strikers on the planet: Yoel Romero, Israel Adesanya, guys who can end your night with one shot. When Whittaker talks about elite striking, you listen. He's saying that Ilia's striking might be on a completely different level from the rest of the UFC roster. We're talking about timing that's absolutely immaculate, instincts that seem almost supernatural, and the ability to fire off counterattacks that come from angles you don't see until it's too late. Whittaker specifically noted that Ilia has this special ability to make opponents pay for every single movement inside that octagon. As he put it, and this quote really captures what we're dealing with here, Ilia's striking is leagues above just about everybody in the UFC. His timing, his instincts, the way he fires off those counterattacks, he'll make you pay for every step you take. Because of that assessment, Whittaker believes Justin's team needs to make major adjustments, adding that the version of Justin who fought Dustin Poirier wouldn't be enough to beat Ilia at this stage.
That fight going down.
Well, I do want Gaethje to win that fight. That's a really tough fight. I don't want to bet against Gaethje. I like him.
But hold up, not everyone is counting Gaethje out of this fight just yet. Bryce Mitchell, who's got his own unique perspective on these matchups, admitted he's rooting for Gaethje and believes this fight is absolutely winnable with the right strategy. He emphasized that targeting the body will be key to victory, saying that centerline attacks and well-placed body shots could make all the difference. Mitchell warned against head hunting, looking for that one big knockout shot, because that's exactly what Ilia expects and prepares for. Instead, he suggested that a single well-timed counter to the body could shift momentum completely, sapping Ilia's energy and breaking down his structure. His take highlights something crucial. While Ilia is extremely dangerous, smart adjustments and a perfectly executed game plan could give Justin a legitimate path to victory. Mitchell sees a very specific strategy for Gaethje to potentially pull off what some might consider an upset.
I bet for who I like, so I'll bet with who I like, and then I would tell Gaethje he's going to have to target the body. He's going to have to do center line attacks, not just all hooks. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, these body shots are very valuable. I haven't seen Gaethje do a ton of body work, and I would say that would be the one thing. Don't go in there headhunting him. You know, he will slip and do a quick body shot, and it'll affect you. You're not going to have that presence when your body...
Here's exactly how Mitchell thinks Gaethje can turn the tables and shock the world. If Justin maintains his presence in the pocket and avoids getting hurt early, which is obviously crucial against someone with Ilia's power, Mitchell believes he can march Ilia down, putting constant pressure on him and forcing him out of his comfort zone. Fighting on the back foot, moving backwards, trying to circle away, that style won't suit Ilia's game, at least according to Mitchell's theory. The plan should be relatively simple on paper. Keep your hands high to protect against those lightning-fast counters. Mix in calf kicks to slow down Ilia's movement and chip away at his base. Follow up with straight rights or left hooks when Ilia's weight is shifted and he's vulnerable. By pacing himself properly, not burning out in the first round trying to get the finish, and picking his shots wisely rather than just swinging wildly, Justin could challenge Ilia's dominance and make this matchup genuinely competitive. It's all about fighting smart, using pressure intelligently, and not falling into the traps that Ilia sets for aggressive fighters who get careless.
But if Justin Gaethje has that presence and is not hurting, he can march Ilia down. And I promise you, Ilia will not do as good on the back foot. If I was Gaethje's coach, I would say, go forward with your hands high, kick that calf. And if Gaethje comes out orthodox, you already know Ilia is going to slam a calf kick. So either time a straight right or a left hook off of that kick and just come out the fucking gate swinging. And don't waste too much energy right off the bat.
But get this, even though Mitchell sees a legitimate path to victory for Gaethje, not everyone agrees this fight is even close. Demetrius Johnson, one of the greatest fighters to ever do it and someone whose opinion carries massive weight in the MMA community, is confident that Ilia will finish this fight. He's predicting a knockout victory, and his reasoning is absolutely brutal. Johnson points out something really important that people might be overlooking after taking significant damage in previous bouts, battles that took years off his career. Facing a fighter like Ilia right now is a massive challenge. We're talking about a deadly striker with solid wrestling credentials to back up his stand-up game, a strong chin that's been tested and proven durable, and a willingness to take calculated risks that makes him unpredictable and dangerous. Johnson also emphasizes that Ilia's bodywork is just as dangerous as his head attacks, maybe even more so because people don't see it coming. You can't just focus on protecting your head and forget about your body, because Ilia will exploit that weakness immediately and break you down systematically until you can't continue.
If we're gonna go at that, I got ILIA TOPURIA knocking him out.
Yeah, same here.
I just feel after you've been dropped so much and you're gonna fight somebody who's a deadly striker, great wrestler, who has a chin, who's willing to put himself in the fire to land that shot, and not just a shot to the face. Let's not forget about.
Now here's where the division gets even more exciting. Bo Nickel has his eyes firmly set on the next big matchup after this White House card madness. He believes that Arman Tsarukyan has absolutely earned a title shot through his performances and should face whoever wins between Ilia and Gaethje. Nickel explained his reasoning, pointing out that Arman is always taking these side quests, grappling matches against tough opponents, staying active not just to make money or pad his record, but out of genuine love for the sport and competition. According to Bo's assessment, and he's got a solid point here, Tsarukyan's mix of elite-level skill, dedication to constantly improving, and pure passion for fighting makes him a legitimate contender who's ready for that next step. A showdown with whoever wins the White House main event would be absolutely explosive, the kind of fight that fans won't want to miss under any circumstances. And providing even more support to that theory, Arman himself has confirmed that he's next in line.
Yeah, do you have a little tip for our boy Arman Tsarukyan? Because he seems like he's like begging for one of those opportunities and he can't buy it.
I think, Arman's so interesting. This dude's like just killing side quests like all the time, right? He's doing the RAF matches, grappling matches, he's doing everything. So I don't know. I mean, I think he probably is in a unique scenario where he comes from a lot of money and, he's not fighting to, try to make money. He already has it. So he's doing this more like just out of love. And I think that, yeah, he definitely deserves that title shot. I would like to see him versus the winner of
And this is where things get really wild. Arman Tsarukyan revealed in a recent interview that UFC brass told him directly that he'll fight the winner of Ilia versus Gaethje.
Ilia versus Justin, and after that I'll fight them.
Oh, really? That's like kind of official?
Yeah, it's not official, but they say like that.
Okay, so you'll be the next in line once that fight happens.
Yeah, and I can fight with the winner, Oliveira and Holloway as well, because I don't want to wait too much. So if they offer me Oliveira or Holloway, I'll fight them, because.
So I would say, because Justin's so good at like a dirty style of striking, it's like a dirty boxing, but kickboxing, whatever you want to call it, it throws good strikers off. Like look at look at his fight with Rafael Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev is a very clean technical striker. You look at his fight with Rufi, it's a beautiful fight. It's a beautiful striking fight. You look at his fight with Bahamundos, beautiful striking fight. You look at his fights with Justin Gaethje, and you're like, that's just an ugly slugfest. But that's because Justin Gaethje is able to make you fall into his fight. It may look ugly to you, but that's how Justin wants to fight. And if he was able to do that with Rafael Fiziev, I think he could possibly do it with ILIA as well. So I think the fight might be closer than people